This week's show brought to you by Moses Incorporated, complete outdoor power equipment solutions.
Welcome everybody to the Scott County Lady Cardinals News Graphic Playoff Coaches Show. We are in round one of the playoffs. 42nd District underway. Started out Wednesday night, the whole thing being played at Henry Clay High School, Al Pruitt Gymnasium in Lexington, where the top seed of Lady Cards, probably top ranked in the state by anybody in this city would tell you that. 28-1 going into the game, taking on Frederick Douglass, which had to beat Sayre in the first round to make it to the semifinals. It's a go or go home game in that first round of the district. You only have 2 region berths guaranteed, so you have to win your semifinal game. And for a while, it looked like that was weighing heavily on the Lady Cards' mind. A team that they had beaten by an average of 50 points per game during the season in 2 meetings. Had them on the ropes in the first half. Douglas led several times, I believe 7 lead changes and 6 ties. It was as close as 29-28 Scott County with about 4 minutes to go in the first half. A little bit of a late run with some three-pointers, and three-pointers were a big part of the game last night, or Wednesday night rather, as Malia Owens hit 7 and Morgan DeFore hit 5. But we also had a couple of contributions late in that first half from Braylee McMath and Juliet Smith that helped open up a 47-39 lead, and then all went downhill in a good way to start the second half. A 27-2 run that began with a Juliet Smith three-pointer at the end of the first half, kind of put things away, took it to a running clock very, very quickly. A game that had been close for a long time was not in short order. About the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, it was pretty obviously in the Cardinals' corner. Lady Cards wins 99-59. That is the 10th time they have been over 90 points this season, and you think about that. That's 29 wins now, and 10 times they've hit that mark. Just an incredible season on the offensive end. Really wasn't the best defensive night, and Coach Helton warns us that it'll have to be a lot better. If you look at the championship game on Friday, they'll be playing Henry Clay. It's another team they've beaten twice, another team they've beaten twice easily. Same scenario they had last year, and the championship game was no easy mark. It was 66-52, and that score kind of makes it look more of a margin than it was. Scott County really struggled in that game. So a lot of people say, well, not as much on the line because even if you lose the district final, you still go to regions. A lot is on the line, especially this year because you will host a first-round game if you're a district champion. So the Lady Cards want to be at home on next Thursday night, so in order to do that, they need to beat Henry Clay. Friday night, 6 p.m. again at Al Pruitt Gym, so Henry Clay has the home court advantage there. But it's going to be a good one. We talked with Coach Helton about the situation in that first half of that game. He was not a happy camper. We've seen him that way this year from time to time. He tries to find ways to motivate this team, and he says at this point in the season, you really need to motivate yourself. Let's have him elaborate on those comments and see what Coach Helton had to say.
Coach Helton continues to worry about the impact of outside voices in the locker room.
If we don't get the outside noise out, and boy, the outside noise came in and really, you know, back in the country we say it reared its own head, and boy tonight, we come out first half on our own shift.
The Lady Cards didn't display championship focus at the start of the game.
We didn't play well. We didn't play well at all. I don't care what the score says. I don't care who did what. We didn't play well. We didn't play as a team. We played selfish. We took bad shots. We didn't play hard. We got outside. We had a bunch of outside forces tonight. Everybody, now's not the time. Now's the time you better be circling your wagons. And, you know, tonight I go back to coach-driven teams that have short lifespans. And tonight there wasn't a word being said anywhere except by me. And
there's only so much you can say.
And nobody wanted to hear it.
There's only so much you can say when you beat a team like that twice.
Well, no matter what we said, they thought they were going to come over here. And I mean, if you just look at the score, you think, oh, well, no. Douglas outplayed us tonight. First half. You know, third quarter we had a little run. But you ain't going to have that little run when you think you're going to have that little run. And, you know, Tara has her own thoughts. Tara thinks that we were a little nervous. No matter how experienced our team is, she said her opinion was we were nervous tonight. And when you're nervous, you tend to you fire back. And tonight, like I said, we did some things tonight that I thought was out of our system. You know, we get to play on.
Helton, the dedicated North Carolina Tar Heels fan, hopes that Scott County gained a little inspiration from his favorite college team.
Tonight was just a total breakdown. You know, for whatever the reason, tonight was a total breakdown. I'm hoping they'll go home tonight and watch the Carolina-Duke game and watch how Carolina comes out and takes care of business down the road. But, you know, at least that's what I hope is going to happen.
Douglas gained confidence with every big shot in the first half.
Coach Ransom, my goodness, they got excited. And he had been there. He had been there a few years ago with a team that knocked us out of the first round. So I'm sure, you know, I mean, Destiny, you know, incredible player. And then Sloak is banking shots. And all it takes, you know, all it takes is for one, and then next thing you know, the bank's open. I mean, there was 4 or 5 bank threes, and you know, it was all I could do not to call timeout. But we live on.
All right, that was Coach Helton. Here's Malia Owens, the star of that game, 35 points, a career high in regular season and playoff action. Let's see what Malia had to say about the win.
Halftime was a chance for Scott County to regroup and return to the court with fury.
So they had us in the first half, just going to be honest about that. And then we kind of came in at halftime and got a little encouraging, as Coach Helton likes to call it. And then we were like, okay, we need to like stop playing around and like actually like play hard. And then we went out there, and I think once we just we went on a big run, and then it was like up to 20 really quick. So I think that's kind of how it went.
Owens admitted that the Lady Cards overlooked the Broncos.
Yeah, I think we kind of came into it kind of assuming that it was going to be easy and we weren't going to get a lot of resistance. And then when we did, we were like, oh, like, let's play like we're the #1 team in the state, because we are. Let's play how we're supposed to. And then in the second half, the first couple minutes, we just played like us.
Expect Scott County to show more attention to detail Friday night in the championship game.
I think that if we are playing a more intense game like Friday, we should be able to come to the game a little more focused, and I don't know, just a lot of those shots at game speed. Like, I think they'll be a lot better than when we're just coming in and playing kind of lackadaisical because we assume that we're not going to get any resistance on them.